Now, luxury businesses, which for the last 15 years have seen China as an unstoppable market, are having to rethink their strategies. Michael Zakkour, who's the author and consultant at the global consulting firm Tompkins International, joins me from New York. Is this a surprise, what we've heard about this actually pulling a whole luxury watch from Jewellery Fair?
It's not a surprise at all. And it's good to be with you, Jamie. Essentially the first two victims, if you will, of the anti-corruption campaign that started coming on 2.5 years ago now was first the gambling industry in Macau, and number two was the luxury timepiece industry. In fact, one of the first stories that come out of the campaign was a local official, transportation official, was photographed at the scene of a train crash wearing a $50,000 Rolex watch on a salary of less than $10,000 a year. And they kind of ran with it from there. The only surprise here is that they thought they could have a luxury show in Macau featuring timepieces and that it would not get canceled.
It does seem odd that they cancelled it because they thought that the officials would not come because of a ban on gambling, whereas perhaps you're implying that actually, even if they had come, they wouldn't have bought much because they know that the clamp is coming down on them to stop them giving these things as presents.
Well, yeah, and the anti-corruption campaign itself has focused largely on the quote-unquote gift-giving industry in China. There's a 3,000-year history of gift-giving within the Guanxi networks that, grease the wheels of business and politics and society in China. Unfortunately, in previous years, it's been taken to the extreme. But the bigger story here is that actually Chinese consumers are spending more on luxury products than they have at any time in history, and especially in the last 30 years of the reform and opening movement. They're just spending it on different things and in different places.
What direction? What direction is it going?
Auction house.
What direction is it going? Because we've heard, actually, just before you answer that, we've heard also that people like Sotheby's in Hong Kong are suffering, that their sales are down, and many lots have just been withdrawn because they don't feel the market is there at the moment.
Yeah, precisely. So what's happening right now is today, about 30% of every luxury product or service that's bought globally is bought by a Chinese consumer, 30%. So 1 in 3 Rolex watches, 1 in 3 BMWs, 1 in 3 luxury apartments. The difference today from 3 years ago is that 65% of those purchases are now being made outside mainland China. So Mrs. Yang, who used to buy a Prada purse on Haohailu in Shanghai, now buys 1 there, 3 in Hong Kong, 5 in Paris, and 8 in New York. And so the luxury companies, both product-based and service-based that I'm working with, the smart ones at least, are understanding that a truly global China consumer demographic has emerged, and they're adjusting their sales, their branding, their supply chains, and their operations to this new reality.
Michael Zakkour, fascinating. Thank you very much indeed for that.